suppose. All right, mortal. I'm sure you know why I'm here. And I'm sure that you don't want me here any more than I want to be here. So, why don't you just cooperate this time and we'll get this over as quickly as possible and I'll be out of your hair. Okay? Okay. Now, what do you mean you don't know who I am? Well, that's very rude. Have you forgotten already? Oh, wait a second. You never actually saw me, did you? Oh, that's actually quite impressive. Would you say so myself? Well then, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Poppy. I'm a Flora fairy. In fact, I am the very Flora fairy of that beautiful, serene meadow that you so unkindly went clodding through on the solstice and smashed so many of my beautiful flowers. Yes, that's right. I am the Flora fairy that cursed you, sent you on that little adventure through the hovel. Apparently it was quite an issue to try to remove my little curse. It's actually quite impressive too, I must say. Apparently no one except the Queen was able to undo old Poppy's curse. Interesting. Oh well, no matter. You are human-sized again, I see, so no harm, no foul. Except that the Queen has decided that it would be very good of me to try to do something kind for you to make up for the trouble, I suppose. Honestly, I don't think it was all that much trouble. Honestly, I would have turned you back into your normal size after you'd learned your lesson in, a decade or so. Not a big deal. Don't be a baby, a decade's not that long. Not to a fairy anyway, maybe to you fragile little mortals. Well, then you would have learned your lesson, wouldn't you have? That's right. Anyway, but the Queen insists, so here I am. So what sort of, what's something that you need, something that I can do for you? Hopefully not too difficult, but whatever the case is, just tell me what you need and I'll do it and then we can both be on our way, okay? Well, you don't know. Of course you don't. You're going to make this difficult, aren't you? Alright, well, let's see. What sort of thing could I do for you? I mean, obviously I'm very powerful. So, we'll just see what sort of, maybe a blessing of nature on you. Yeah, that could work, I suppose. Wait, let's start with getting to know you a bit. What exactly is it that you do? Oh, you're a traveller. Okay. Oh, you were done. Oh, you did just traveller. That's where we're stopping. All right. That's not very specific. I suppose as a traveller, you spend a lot of time in lands and places that you're not very familiar with, right? It's actually rather dangerous, I would assume, at least from time to time, as a traveller. So maybe you could use something that was a bit of a protection against danger or harm or sickness or something like that. Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah, sure, I could whip you up a little something, perhaps. I would have to go back to my hovel and get some supplies, of course. Yeah, let's see what exactly what I need. Obviously some fairy dust and maybe some rainbow moss. Yeah, something like that. Okay. That should do it. I don't need very much. Just a little container of it should do. Okay. Alright, sounds good. Got what I need here. So let's get started with this, shall we? So this is going to be a potion, but a very, very special potion, imbued with all sorts of magical, powerful things. And this potion is going to serve as a cure for any sort of sickness or poison at all. anything that you come across, all right? So whether it be a physical affliction or perhaps someone has tried to poison you, whether it's natural causes or ill intent, whether it's, just plants put together or whether it's magical in nature. This is sort of a cure-all for anything that ails you. Of course, you can only use it once. It'll be a rather small vial and you have to take the whole thing, but, just in case you ever seem to be in a spot of trouble, this will take care of that for you. How does that sound? Excellent. Okay. Well then, let's get started. It's not too many ingredients, so it shouldn't take too long. Hopefully, nothing will go wrong. Oh, nothing. Nothing. Of course nothing's going to go wrong. I am, after all, a very powerful fairy. Alright, start with this one. Now this lovely little bottle holds something very special to us Flora fairies. This is something known as essence of Flora. No, you don't need to know where it comes from. Don't worry about it. But it's very, very powerful stuff. And it is quite crucial to quite a lot of our magic. Essence of Flora. In fact, if I were to just take a sip of this, it would enhance my abilities even more. Oh, hold on. Okay, sounds good. So let's pour just a bit of this in. Yeah. Fabulous. We don't need very much because, like I said, it is very, very, very powerful stuff. Alright, essence of Flora added. Alright, now, next ingredient we'll need is just a bit of this enchanted lichen. That's right. Now this is one that I actually don't do the enchanting for. This I got from another Flora fairy that's in the hovel. Actually, I think you met her. She might have made you a sort of a paste to go around your head. Something like that. I'm surprised it didn't work to reverse the curse, really. But anyway, she really knows her plants. So I've got some of this lovely enchanted lichen. Don't need very much of it, but I do need to tear it up into little pieces. Okay. Here we are. Excellent. Give those two ingredients a good stir. There we are. Okay. Looking good so far. Nothing has gone wrong. Of course nothing's going to go wrong. Why would you say that? Rude. Doubting my abilities. After you traipsed all the way through the fairy hovel trying to find someone that could counteract my magic. Now you're doubting it. Very rude. Alright, that looks good. Next up we'll need some of this. What do you mean, what is it? It's a pine cone. Are you so out of touch with nature that you don't know what a pine cone is? Oh well, yeah, of course it's a magic pine cone. Obviously. Wouldn't just be using a plain old pine cone. No, this is a pine cone from the grove of ethereal trees near the heart of the forest. It's likely you've never seen one before, because out of all the mortals in this whole world, at least that I know of, there's only one, or maybe two, who know how to get to the enchanted grove. They're lovely trees, and we fairies and the other magical creatures of Crescent Forest would like them to stay that way. Ethereal trees are very powerful, And mortals have a way of becoming quite greedy with power. Anyway, just a little shake of this, nothing too much. There we are, that should do it. Another little stir here. There we are. It's looking perfect so far. Now just one more thing, then I'll get it bottled up for you. Now, of course, a potion from a Flora fairy would not be complete without a bit of Flora fairy dust. Quite powerful stuff. I heard you may have had an experience with some Zephyr fairy dust, right? Well, that's quite powerful too, but powerful in different ways. This one will be excellent in this little potion of yours. Right, just a pinch. Don't need too much. There we are. One final stir. Excellent. Looks like it's going perfectly according to plan. Not that there was any worry, ever, of course. There, now that looks just perfect, I think. Let me just get this bottled up for you. Got my little vial down here. Okay. There we are. Perfect. Little stopper on there. And there, mortal, you have it. Just a perfect little vial right here of a fairy's cure for anything. Any sort of ailment, any sort of poison. Anything that afflicts you. Now, this won't necessarily heal injuries, unfortunately. But if, say, you received an injury from something, from, say, a poisoned arrow or something, this would take care of the poison part of it. Just not the actual wound. But anything that gets into your body that could harm it, this will neutralize it right away. But like I said, you do need to take the whole vial in one go, okay? Just swallow it all down. Well, I think it tastes lovely. I'm not sure what you mortals would think of it. It's alright, it's medicine. Medicine doesn't always taste good, but it makes you feel good. Just swallow it down, you'll be fine. Don't be a baby. Anyway, here you are, you little mortal traveller. It's a bit ambiguous, you know, but whatever. Hopefully, you can put this to good use. And should you lose it or forget about it, well, I suppose that's just one less mortal in the world. You lot are very fragile anyway, so you never know. But this will cure any sort of ailment or poison or anything like that. So here you are, I suppose. Yes, take good care of it, because in the wrong hands, I suppose that could be, well, perhaps somewhat dangerous. I don't know, it's mostly just a healing potion, but you never know. Anyway, so, should the Fairy Queen come calling on you to make sure that I did, in fact, fulfill my obligation of doing something nice for you, you be sure to tell her that I did, right? Lovely. Wouldn't want to have to come back here and do something slightly less pleasant for you, would I? No, it'd just be such a hassle for me, and I dare say you wouldn't be too pleased with that either, right? Right, oh no. No other trips to the fairy hovel if we can help it. Anyway, it has been very interesting meeting you, mortal. And hopefully I will never see you again. Ta-ta!